The Egyptians built the earliest known docks on the shores of the Red Sea around 2500 BC. More than 4,000 years later, our lakes and rivers are dotted with floating structures, where boaters can dock their crafts, go for a dip, or just lounge in the sun. Floating docks can be much more than just walkways where you tie up your boat. They can be waterborne buildings with slips, jet ski ports, and even a rooftop deck. This facility has created its own computer-aided design software. With it, they can quickly design each component of a dock in 3D. The program will even calculate how many floats are needed and where they should be placed to keep the dock level in the water. Thanks to its lightweight, rust-proof strength, aluminum is the ideal material for building docks. All the aluminum here has been extruded in unique shapes according to the design requirements. The plans are printed and workers consult them closely as they cut and form the material. The blades they use are specially designed for cutting aluminum. They use a variety of methods to form the shapes, including drill presses equipped with components called hole saws. Workers lay the material out on the factory floor in preparation for assembling the structure. The final assembly of the floating docks will happen on the water at the site. They tack weld the parts to each other, then make sure everything is perfectly square before doing the final weld. Unlike steel, aluminum loses strength when it's welded. For this reason, the designers of these docks have created special aluminum sleeves for every major joint. That means there's extra metal supporting the weld and strengthening the structure. To make sure everything fits properly, the workers join the sections to each other with stainless steel bolts and lock nuts. There is minimal reaction between the different metals because there's so little stainless steel relative to the quantity of aluminum being used. Once the bottom section of the dock is assembled, workers build up from there. For this test phase, they use shortened temporary roof poles to make the process easier. The blue material on the poles is polyethylene bushing, which prevents creaking when the dock is stressed in turbulent water. Because aluminum is so lightweight, there's no need for cranes in an aluminum dock facility. Manpower is enough. Workers attach a series of narrow aluminum tubes called purlins to the roof and deck. Workers install the roofing by screwing it into the purlins. In most cases, the roof won't be installed until the dock is assembled on site. Satisfied that everything assembles correctly, the workers take it all apart. They flip the lower sections over and attach the floats. These floats consist of roto-molded polyethylene shells. Styrofoam has been expanded in place to fit inside the shell perfectly. Even if the outer shell breaks, the dock will still float. This facility offers a range of decking options from aluminum to concrete to plastic composite to specialty woods like this one, which is called iPay. Like teak, iPay is incredibly durable and extremely stable. In other words, it won't rot, swell, or contract, despite extended exposure to a high humidity environment. If the dock has an upper deck, it needs a railing. It's important to have something to lean against when you're sipping cocktails and watching the sunset after a long boat ride. Of course, it's also a crucial safety feature. There are 12 different components to assemble for just this one section, and there might be as many as 15 different sections of varying lengths for an entire dock. Customers can choose to add a range of accessories to floating docks made at this facility. To make things like safety railings and ladders, workers use a hydraulic bending machine to shape aluminum tubing to the required contours. All the aluminum these manufacturers use in their floating docks is a marine-grade alloy especially resistant to degradation when exposed to water. Finally, it's time to build the docks in place. Thanks to careful planning on the part of the manufacturers, assembly is a breeze. The crew doesn't need much more than a ratchet set to pull it all together. It's smooth sailing from here on out.